Hi everyone, it's Isenhower with Sibcy Cline Realtors. There's a big push for skipping inspections during a home purchase, and that's what I want to talk to you about for a few minutes. I know that is a tempting trap to fall into with all of the activity that we have in the multiple offer situations that we find ourselves in when purchasing a home. But it's really not all it's cracked up to be. When you're buying a house, you need to have all the information that you can possibly have for that purchase, so that once you close on that house, you feel reasonably certain that nothing catastrophic is going to pop up. Over the weekend, I had a buyer who was asked to waive inspections and was told that if he waived them, that he would have the winning offer on a property. And he quickly declined. He was very smart. The seller, on the other hand, was more than happy to take financing over cash because the buyer was willing to waive inspections. And what the seller needs to understand about that situation is, if the buyer skips inspections and then starts unpacking that property and making some improvements and finding out that there's more wrong than they thought, that seller could be open to a potential lawsuit. Now, it may not go anywhere because, after all, they bought the property without inspections, which is really pretty foolish to do, especially if you're an owner-occupant and not an investor. But the seller does open themselves up to at least the hassle of having someone come back on them later on, even if they do eventually prevail in court because the buyer did not do their due diligence. So something to think about while all the hoopla is going on. If I'm in a multiple offer situation with a seller and someone wants to do inspections for their purposes only to make sure there's nothing catastrophic, I far prefer that to just completely waiving inspections on the property out of raw emotion, because I think you leave yourself more vulnerable if the buyer chooses to skip those inspections. If nothing else, if you do go ahead and select an offer as a seller where the buyer waives inspections, I think you need something pretty strong written in an addendum that the buyer has indeed chosen to skip those inspections and they're willing to deal with all the ramifications and the consequences that may arise. Just to protect the seller, I don't think it's wise to get so excited about someone skipping inspections. I think that benefits the seller as well. And I think that's something that we've forgotten in this whole situation. So if you have questions about this topic or anything else real estate related, please feel free to reach out to me. My number is 513-236-1254. Have a great day.